I'm Benedict Morelli, and I'm the founding partner of Morelli Law Firm. We're located in Manhattan, New York, and I'm a trial lawyer first, and I've been doing that more than 40 years. There are a lot of lawyers who get verdicts. They'll get one, and they'll say, I'm a good trial lawyer. No, you're not. Now, they might be good, but that's not the only barometer. And that's why you gotta keep striving to keep doing it differently and better, honing your skills every minute, every time you have a case. I tell jurors in jury selection, I'm not here for you to love me. What I'm interested in is your respect, and I'll give you mine. So I'm never gonna tell you anything unless I think and know it's true. And you should never tell me anything unless you think and know it's true. And so you have to be so careful, because at the end of the day, as a plaintiff's lawyer, you're asking a jury to do something. I've had so many people ask me, why do jurors respond to you so positively? You'll ask them for an amount of money and they'll just award it, because I am them. I'm not better than them, I'm not smarter than them, but I am them, and they sense it. You cannot be a real trial lawyer unless you could tell stories. Your opening statement is a story. You're telling the story of what your client went through, but also who your client is. Who is your client? How old is he or she? What's their family like? Who were they before this happened? And the jury has to follow it. And just because they don't follow it doesn't mean they're dumb. It means you're not telling the right story. On cross-examination, when you're in front of the jury with the judge, you could be aggressive, which I am. You know, I'll press a witness and say, are you sure about that? You know, and not a lot of people will do that. They're afraid that the jury's gonna think that they're too tough. There's a challenge involved. You can't lose sight of the fact that you're representing a client and not yourself. And you could lose sight of that sometimes, especially when you start believing your own you-know-what. Most lawyers sum up to live. They sum up for a living. I live to sum up. When I was a very young lawyer, I was representing someone who was riding a motorcycle, and he had an accident with a fire truck, unfortunately. What he didn't share with me is that he had been convicted of a crime, and he had served some time in prison. They proved with documents that he was. He said he forgot. He forgot. So I went to the jury and I gave a closing argument, and I said, before we talk about the real issues in this case, do I think for 1 minute that my client forgot he was in prison? No one who ever spent 1 minute in jail or in prison would forget it for 100 years. I said, but let me tell you what was going on there. He was afraid to tell you, because he thought, just the way this defense lawyer thought when he proved it, that you'd hold it against him and not deal with the issues of the case, but make him pay again for what he was in prison for. And I won. And so you got to think about what you're doing, sometimes on your feet. I'm still trying to get better. I still have the passion for it. I believe in it. There are so many people who don't have a voice, and you have to be their voice. But you can't do anything in any kind of profession without confidence and without you knowing who you are. So you gotta really feel comfortable, and you gotta be doing what you love.